Oh, this?
There were a bunch of dark universe movies that got shelved after the 2017 The Mummy flop, but the idea of rebooting The Mummy with Robert Downey Jr. to kickstart a new dark universe for Universal Studios is gaining traction. Here's everything we know so far about The Mummy Resurrection reboot. Plus, we've got some exciting news. Guillermo del Toro is working on a Frankenstein's monster remake for Netflix with Jacob Elordi in the lead role. So, let's dive in. Firstly, Robert Downey Jr.'s involvement marks a pivotal shift in direction. Known for his charismatic roles in blockbuster franchises like Marvel's Iron Man, RDJ brings star power and a unique blend of wit and action to any project. His potential casting suggests a departure from the serious tone of previous attempts and hints at a more dynamic and engaging portrayal of classic monster lore. Moreover, the reboot aims to learn from past mistakes. Unlike the 2017 iteration, which strayed far from the beloved elements of the original trilogy and failed to resonate with audiences, the Mummy reboot can seek to reconnect with what made the franchise successful in the first place. This includes honoring the adventurous spirit, supernatural intrigue, and character-driven narratives that fans loved about Brendan Fraser's films. The narrative direction of the Mummy reboot is that it can explore new mythologies and introduce fresh twists to familiar themes. This approach not only revitalizes interest in the Mummy mythos, but also aligns with current trends in storytelling that blend nostalgia with innovation. Furthermore, Universal's strategy with this reboot appears to be more focused and deliberate. Rather than rushing into a shared universe concept, as they did previously with the Dark Universe, the studio seems intent on crafting individual stories that can stand on their own while hinting at potential crossover opportunities in the future. This approach allows for greater creative freedom and flexibility in shaping the franchise's future. While the failure of 2017's The Mummy posed significant challenges for Universal's Dark Universe aspirations, the reboot under Robert Downey Jr. presents an exciting opportunity to course-correct and reinvigorate the franchise. With a fresh perspective, strong creative direction, and RDJ's star power, The Mummy reboot could mark the beginning of a new era for Universal Studios' cinematic universe. Fans can expect a blend of nostalgia and innovation that honors the past, while paving the way for exciting new storytelling possibilities. That said, throughout Universal's attempt to revive the Dark Universe, there were several movies that didn't happen because of 2017's The Mummy failure. Universal had envisioned The Mummy as the first installment in their own shared universe, based on their Classic Monsters franchise. Serving as both a reboot of the 1990s Mummy series and the pilot for the new franchise, the film starred Tom Cruise and Sofia Boutella, with Boutella playing the titular role. Produced on a $125 to $195 million budget, excluding marketing and distribution costs, The Mummy grossed $410 million worldwide. Despite this seemingly high number, it was a box office failure due to its massive production and marketing costs. This failure dashed Universal's hopes for the Dark Universe, leading to the cancellation of 7 other planned or rumored movies, essentially killing the franchise before it could begin. One of these canceled projects was The Mummy 2. While never officially confirmed, the expectation was that Tom Cruise and Sofia Boutella would reprise their roles. An image released during the promotion of The Mummy highlighted the core cast members of the planned shared universe, indicating Cruise and Boutella's continued involvement. The underperformance of The Mummy meant that any plans for a sequel were swiftly abandoned. Another significant casualty was The Bride of Frankenstein. This film was officially confirmed and is set to star Angelina Jolie in the titular role. Directed by Bill Condon of Beauty and the Beast fame, the movie was initially scheduled for a 2019 release. Originally intended as the kickoff for the Dark Universe, its place was taken by The Mummy. Following the latter's poor reception, The The Bride of Frankenstein was postponed indefinitely. By 2019, with the collapse of the Dark Universe, Jolie's Bride of Frankenstein was left in limbo, one of the most high-profile projects to be scrapped. Other cancelled movies include The Invisible Man, originally set to star Johnny Depp, The Wolfman, with Dwayne Johnson rumored to lead, Van Helsing, Creature of the Black Lagoon, and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, with Russell Crowe expected to reprise his role from The Mummy. These films were all part of Universal's grand plan to create an interconnected universe of horror icons. Each was meant to introduce new characters and storylines that would culminate in a crossover event, much like Marvel's Avengers series. However, the reboot of The Mummy, starring Robert Downey Jr., could signal a new beginning. By learning from the mistakes of 2017, Universal has the opportunity to revive its monster universe with a fresh perspective. RDJ's potential involvement brings a renewed sense of excitement and legitimacy to the project, suggesting a blend of humor, charisma, and action that could resonate with audiences. Unlike the rushed and poorly received 2017 attempt, The Mummy Resurrection seems poised to take a more thoughtful approach. By focusing on character development and respecting the franchise's roots, this reboot could successfully launch a new series of interconnected monster films. The lessons from past failures and the promise of a more engaging and cohesive narrative strategy provide hope that Universal can finally realize its vision for a dark universe. Another Frankenstein-related film that was supposed to be part of the dark universe was Frankenstein's Monster. The initial casting included Javier Bardem alongside Tom Cruise and Sofia Boutella, with Bardem confirmed to play Frankenstein's monster. However, due to the failure of 2017's The Mummy, this project, like other Dark Universe films, fell apart. Bardem mentioned in January 2022 that he was still interested in the role, but nothing official has been developed, and it certainly wouldn't be part of the Dark Universe continuity. Meanwhile, Guillermo del Toro is developing a Frankenstein's monster remake with Netflix, starring Jacob Elordi. Back in 2009, del Toro said that production wouldn't start for at least 4 years, but he had already cast Doug Jones as the monster and begun makeup tests. The project was shelved due to Universal's Dark Universe plans. Del Toro later expressed interest in casting Benedict Cumberbatch and wanted to make versions of both Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein. Universal approached him several times, but he was hesitant because it was his dream project. In 2020, he mentioned that he would need 2 to 3 films to properly adapt the book due to its complexity. In 2023, Netflix revived the project as part of del Toro's multi-year deal with the streaming service. Following the success of Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio at the Academy Awards, it was revealed that he would write and direct the film with Andrew Garfield, Oscar Isaac, and Mia Goth in early talks for roles. Filming was set to begin in February 2024, with Christoph Waltz added to the cast. Due to scheduling conflicts from the SAG-AFTRA strikes, Jacob Elordi replaced Garfield as the monster. Additional cast members include Felix Kammerer, Lars Mikkelsen, David Bradley, Christian Convery, and Charles Dance in undisclosed roles. In April 2024, del Toro announced Ralph Ineson had joined the cast in a pivotal cameo appearance. Now, let's get back to the Mummy reboot. There are rumors about Keanu Reeves and Dwayne Johnson joining the project, which could further enhance its appeal. Each of these actors brings a unique style and a dedicated fan base, which could attract a wide audience. The combination of Brendan Fraser's return, the potential inclusion of Rachel Weisz, and the addition of these new stars could create a compelling mix of nostalgia and fresh excitement. And that's it for today's update. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.